This is the 6 Sports Desk.
Hello and welcome to Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor, or as we like to call it, A Squared. It is the opening night of the high school football season. What an incredible atmosphere it has been all day here. And Nick, 2 of our area teams could not wait until 7 o'clock to get the festivities underway.
Yeah, that's why they had a 3:30 kick between DeWitt and Haslett, rekindling their rivalry for the first time since 2017. But before we get to the highlights, we got to show you how Haslett was able to enjoy Michigan's locker room. Haslett, being the home team, got to be in the home locker room, but they were all business. They were locked in and focused. They made sure to go right to work when it came to just going and making sure they're prepared to try to beat DeWitt for the first time in the 14 meetings that they haven't been able to do so. But then let's go ahead and get you to the highlights, because this one started with a bang. Akai Amakri from Haslett gets the first kickoff and returns it 95 yards for a touchdown, but DeWitt was able to answer right back with 2 huge touchdowns, going into halftime 14-7. It wasn't until later with a punt return that was 75 yards. Akai Amakri takes it back again for another touchdown, tying it up at 14, but DeWitt was able to score with just a couple of minutes left in the game in order to take the win 21-14. And Audrey, you're standing by with the head coach of a Happy Panthers group.
Well, hey, Rob, thank you so much for being here and doing this with us.
You're welcome.
How are you feeling after this first win of the season?
Hey, it's a win. That's about it. To be honest, I'm very disappointed in all the mental mistakes that we made, but we'll take it, and we'll watch film. We'll get better for next week. But we got to clean up a lot of things with execution and just silly mistakes that we made, things that we can control that we didn't today.
Yeah, you knew that this was going to be a run-heavy game more than likely. So what did you like, I guess, from that side of the ball when it came to your team, and especially for Abram Larner to be able to get that last touchdown for you 1 yard out?
Haslett certainly loaded the box, but I was really happy with how hard Blake Haller ran today. It's his first time as a running back, and he's an active player. And then the edge stuff was there all night because of their scheme and what they're doing. So both the Larners actually did a really good job with a couple of the wrinkles that we put in, but we kept it pretty vanilla as far as what we did, and I probably should have kept it even more vanilla because we made so many doggone mistakes. But we took what they gave us.
Well, you got some, first game, so you're going to have some growing pains, obviously, there. But to be back in the big house again, too, I know you guys played here last year to open the season, but just the atmosphere and environment to kick off the season in this way.
Oh, yeah. We're so fortunate, both us and Haslett, to be able to come down here and play in this facility. And, it's just a great environment for high school football. And we're very, very appreciative that they gave us an opportunity to come play here again.
Yeah, well, we thank you for taking the time with us. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. All right?
Thank you.
Another matchup that's going to be taking place tonight between a CAAC blue team and a CAAC red team is going to be over at Mason High School. This is going to be F.A. Scott Amakpour, Okamus' first-year head coach, his coaching debut against the Bulldogs. And one thing that you need to know against this matchup is that these 2 teams, besides 2020, have not played or have played each other every year since 2011 to open this season. Now, last year the Wolves were outscored. In the last 2 years, they haven't won a game. They outscored 508-7. Those only 7 points, though, last year, ironically, came from Mason, and we caught up with F.A. Scott Amakpour a couple, during 2-a-days coverage that we had, and we had to see, they have a tough schedule this year and where that tough schedule comes from.
The quality of football in this area is definitely slept on, and there's state champions all over this area. So that's mainly where the tough schedule comes from. But we haven't worried about that as much. We knew what the schedule was. We just been trying to focus on ourselves.
Checking in on the Bulldogs now. Mason is coming off a historic season. They won their first ever regional title last year, so they're coming into this year with a little bit more swagger than they did a year ago, considering they have a plethora of returners. It's easy to see why.
I feel a lot more confident because, like I said earlier, I think guys are a little bit more mature this year. We're ready sooner. Last year, we started off the season kind of shaky. I think this year we're going to jump right into it and be ready to go.
Last year they were very young. It was a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors on the team. And I think that, we've had a season where things have kind of come together skill-wise. Now this year it's about filling some holes on the offensive and defensive line.
Hey, you guys.
It should be a great night across mid-Michigan for the opening night. By the way, this year marks the 30th year of the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. We're really excited for what's to come this evening, and we hope that you'll join us at 11:15.
We'll see you tonight.